Hey, welcome back to Alice Customs Project Car TV. Today I'm working on the Dodge Dakota, and this is pretty generic in terms of a lot of vehicles have this. So we pulled the side skirts or the fender flares off and to do some of the work here, make sure things fit. They were really chipped up, so we had them repainted. So it was just kind of a refreshing in some ways. One of the things you got to do is there's this double-sided tape that had a little foam in it. You got to get that off. So I had seen these different wheels on TV and other places that are supposed to take decals and stuff like this off. So I got on Amazon and started looking, and I bought this kit. Now there were quite a few of them out there. This one was pretty highly rated, like a 4.5 out of 1,500 or some such number. I don't remember exactly. But it was, I thought, okay, well that's probably going to work. Now, it came with a couple wool pads, so a bunch of foam pads, no instructions, and no information on what foam pad should be used when or why, or you know what. I assume they have something like a grit, like sandpaper. You know, I don't know. I'm not a paint guy. I don't do this kind of stuff very often. But and I will not put a link to this in the bottom because that's why I'm telling you about it. So this brand is Vonderso, V-O-N-D-E-R-S-O. I'll flash a picture up just so you know what not to buy. So one of the interesting things is when I went back and read the description, it says use this wheel with the slots in it. It removes decals faster, quicker, easier. And then it shows this wheel, and it says use this wheel to remove decals. It makes it faster, quicker, easier. And you're like, okay. And then you have the foam pads, and you have a backing pad or a backing plate that you mount to your drill. And I will say I've used this green foam pad with some rubbing compound, and it's done a great job. So at least the green foam pad is worth having, but probably could have bought that for $2 or $3. I don't know. The problem with these wheels is the solid one is out around, and it's pretty hard. It's like it just doesn't work very well. So I did end up liking this one initially, and it was taking off. You can kind of see it kind of takes off the tape or whatever we want to call that, but it's sticking to the wheel. It's making the wheel turn black in places, and you can see it doesn't actually take it off really. It just kind of wads it up somewhere else. Now, it doesn't take much with a rag to start kind of knocking it off. The other thing I noticed, and I don't know that you can get this on camera, but I'll try and zoom in here. And I think you can get a faint haze of it, but there's a yellow area right there. It's where a lot of this black stuff, and I would stop occasionally and try and clean it off. It doesn't really come off very well. But I think what's happening is as you use this wheel, it's actually putting some of the color from the wheel into the clear coat of the truck. So I looked on Amazon, and for about $45 you can get the actual 3M version of this kit. I didn't have time to wait for it, so I went to my local paint supply and I picked up the 3M wheel, but I'll put a link below for you for Amazon. Now this one also comes out of round, but they tell you how to make it round. You put it in your drill, chuck it up, and I used a file, and you just run it against the file real lightly, and it rounds it up really quickly. But there's instructions, they tell you all that. So on the other side of the truck, I used this wheel, and what happens is it just peels that stuff right off, and it doesn't leave any yellow. So either that yellow is part of the tape, which I don't think so, because when you look between like this area here, there's no yellow in there. There's no yellow below it. So I think it is purely from that wheel, which is why I'm not going to recommend them. I'm going to show you a picture so you don't buy them. But I am going to recommend the 3M wheel. So we're going to be using the 3M wheel to finish taking all of this off, and I'm going to show it to you. Now, originally I didn't think this would be much of a video. I was just going to knock this out, get the job done. But when I saw what it was doing to the paint, I was like, that's something I can share with you and you guys get something out of it. The reason I don't think it was something that I would normally show you is I'm not a painter. I'm just figuring this out. And most of you probably don't want to watch me fumble through a project that I don't know how to do normally. So I try to film stuff that I know how to do, or that I've done before at least, and can give you some ideas and tips as I'm figuring it out. But this is one where I've now done 3, so I've kind of figured it out, and I may or may not be doing it correct yet, but I'm doing it correct-ish. So using that foam pad, and while I was at the paint store, I stopped and picked up this Ultra Cutting Cream from Presta. Now, this is an in-house brand. I'm sure it's very common, but this is the Ultra Cutting Cream. The guy at the paint shop suggested it because he said he liked it because it acted like a cutting paste when you first started, and then it was like it got finer and finer as you worked, so then it became more of a polishing paste. So that was why we went with it, and thankfully it works, because not only can I get like the lines where the edge of the flare has basically had, you know, a little bit of dirt or whatever between it and the truck for 20 whatever years over time, and it would just kind of rub the paint dull, I guess. It hasn't rubbed through the paint, at least not very many places that I found. If they are, they're very, very small. But it allows me to kind of polish this thing up. Now, I have gone through already and cleaned this truck, cleaned the quarter panel very thoroughly. I've rubbed it down with wax and grease remover, so we can do a little work on it. You do want to make sure the truck is clean. I think we all can make sense of that. You go putting a rubbing pad on here, or a rag or anything, and there's dirt under it, it's going to make scratches, not polish. So the first thing we're going to do is put the racer wheel back in the drill, get the rest of that off, and then we're going to come back with the wax and grease remover, clean it one more time, make sure we've got all of the black marks off of it, and once it's clean, then we'll go back with the rubbing compound and polish this thing in. So I guess the moral to my story here is I paid $27.99 for the kit from Amazon. This wheel on Amazon is like $45. At the paint shop it was like $65, but this is working well and not making more work for me. That's not to say that after we've done all this work on the truck and everything that my brother's not going to have to put a complete wax and, you know, maybe even clay bar on the whole truck, because I have cleaned it, and if you'll remember, like when I first got the truck, I couldn't get paint to stick. There was so much wax on it, and it wasn't bad. I mean, the truck was beautiful. He was maintaining it extremely well. So I'm not saying that there was something wrong with it. I'm just saying it was funny because I couldn't make tape stick to it just so I could tape off the paint to do work on it, you know, and not have stuff getting all over the truck. But let's get this cleaned up. And we'll just start up here and just kind of show you the difference. Just in that little bit of time. This took at least twice that long, and it didn't take it off. It just balled it up into itself on the tape, or on the sticky part. So we are slowly using up this wheel. It's meant to actually get smaller and smaller, and you know, it kind of peels off. But that's fine. I mean, that's what it's for. So we're gonna, probably off camera here, I'll go through, work all the rest of this, get this stuff cleaned up, and then we'll come back and talk about what we need to do to polish this. All right, so I decided to show you a little more. It doesn't take very much pressure, so just work your way through it. Just that quick. You can see everywhere over here, there's no yellow. So it's just from here to down here where I had used that other supposed eraser. And none of the black is sticking to this. I haven't had to clean it one time. So that tells me right there that 3M is the better product. Probably the original, I don't know. Somebody else may have made it first, I'm not aware. But I can tell you it's a much better product than that Chinese version that came from Amazon. So let's get this cleaned up again. Got a little bit left over here, a few marks in here. Now we're putting the flares back on. Like I said, they just had to get fixed up a little bit. Probably that yellow mark wouldn't even be seen again, but it drives me nuts, so we're going to fix it. All right. I'm about to clean that off one more time, and then we can start to polish that in. What I was trying to say there, and I just couldn't think and do work at the same time, is if you like to remove the emblems off your truck or your car, you know, whether it's this Dodge Dakota or whether it's whoever the dealer was that sold you the vehicle, you can use fishing line and kind of fish it in behind, or you know, stick it behind it and use it like a saw and cut that glue. It's the same kind of stuff that was holding this flare on. It's kind of a glue, double-sided tape with foam in it, and it kind of glues everything on. You can take that, cut that off, and you can use one of these erasers and take the film off that's left on your truck, and then a little bit of polishing work. Now, whether you buy one of these foam pads or whether you do it with just a cloth and do it all by hand, you can polish that out and make it look like the emblem had never been stuck to your vehicle. All right, so we're going to clean that up. We'll put a new battery in the camera, and then we're going to polish that. All right, guys, so I have polished on this a little more. I had a few streaks in here that I wanted to clear up, so I worked on that. So that little kit I bought, that gave me this waffle pad, and it's a sponge, so it's done a really good job with this Ultra cutting cream. Now this was recommended to me, it's a Presta brand. This was recommended to me at the paint shop, and they said, look, it works really well as a cutting cream initially, and then it basically turns itself, I don't know, I guess the grit in it or whatever makes it a cutting cream breaks down and gets finer and finer as you work, so it works into being a good polishing cream. So I went with their recommendation. So at the paint shop, this was like $40 a bottle. It's probably less expensive other locations. That paint shop is not the cheapest in town, but sometimes you're paying for an education. So like the 3M wheel, $20 more than I could have bought it on Amazon. I'm sure this is similar. I'm sure that any of the shops would sell you some kind of waffle pad. This one's on a Velcro vacuum plate, so you can swap out for the other pads. Nothing wrong with these in that kit, but those eraser wheels that they send with the kit are junk. So now you can see after everything's clean, the yellow stripe is gone. Any marks I've made are all but eliminated. And so we are ready with a wax and grease remover to go back, clean everything up one last time. But that'll make us ready to go ahead and put our flares back on the truck. And since they've been repainted, the truck, you know, this side's going to look really good. I've still got to polish the other side. It's a great truck anyway as far as the looks. It has been to a high school parking lot for years. So there's stuff in it that we can't fix. There's a chip here. There's a door ding or two up and down the side. Nothing serious, certainly not for a 22-year-old truck, but it's not perfect, but we can make it look pretty damn good. So Moral of this story is, don't buy the cheap eraser wheel kits on Amazon. Go to the 3M, pay the dollars. Might have saved me from needing to polish this, but I doubt it. I think I still would have needed to do a little bit of polishing along here, because where the flare met the side of the truck, bits of dirt and stuff had been down in there, and it had kind of gouged at the paint. And so most of that, if not all of it, probably would have been hidden behind when we put the flare back on. But if it hadn't, I would have been, I'd have been sad that we could see that line where it used to be. So by polishing this out, we've eliminated that possibility. And my brother gets to do polishing and waxing the whole truck on his own time, but at least we've left him a little better than we found the truck as far as the paint in this area. And that good polishing compound got rid of the yellow that had been left, I believe, by those other eraser wheels. So that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all the other YouTube stuff, and I'll see you again next time on Alice Customs Project Car TV.